Tammy Slaton fans slam Amy but give her sister a free ride? A few years ago, Tammy Slaton could do nothing right as far as fans were concerned. It was all about Amy Halterman looking after her truculent sister on 1,000-Pound Sisters. However, things changed, and it seems that fans are happy to slam Amy and let Tammy off the hook for poor decision-making. Read on to find out more. Amy gets slammed for poor judgment. At the moment, Amy Slaton can't do a thing right with viewers. After she divorced Michael Halterman, she seemed to fall apart. Crying all the time, viewers urged her to get help. Instead, she went off and found herself a new boyfriend. Soon, the news arrived that Brian Lawhorn and Amy were arrested for possession of drugs and for endangering her children at a safari park. They pleaded guilty, and Amy was relieved to get a reprimand and was told to attend a parenting class. Soon, it became clear that she wanted to make a life with Lawhorn. Needless to say, fans are unhappy with her choice. So, they got engaged. Tammy gets a free ride from critics? Tammy announced that she's dating a woman these days. So, it looks very serious. Andrea Dalton even appeared on the show. Now, nobody is likely to slam Tammy for that because it's acceptable for same-sex relations to happen these days. Anyway, she never denied that she was bisexual. So, what is the problem? Recently, The Sun US reported that Andrea has a criminal record. But, Tammy's not finding critics. Well, Amy and Lawhorn both have that now. The outlet reported that Andrea Dalton was arrested for marijuana possession and reckless driving in 2021. 2022, Andrea was arrested again for failing to appear in court on her charges from the previous year. Why no condemnation of Tammy? Unlike Amy, who gets floods of critics, when the news arrived on Reddit about Andrea, there wasn't much uptake by fans. In fact, instead of criticizing Andrea or Tammy, people didn't want to hear it. One fan wrote, "This is irrelevant as it is years ago before she started dating Tammy. Leave this lady be." Another person who saw the post wouldn't hear anything bad either, because one photo showed Andrea wearing a mask. They commented, "At least she was pro-mask." Tammy's arrest. It seems that nobody thinks about Tammy's arrest in 2023 for possession of marijuana and drug paraphernalia in Kentucky. Possibly, they just wish Tammy well because she lost a lot of weight. She's something of a hero to fans right now. Everyone likes a hero, do you agree? Amy Slaton from 1,000-Pound Sisters has some news about the custody of her sons after her camel bite incident and subsequent arrest. Amy and her sister Tammy Slaton used to be YouTubers before they started their reality TV journey in Season 1. Amy's goal was to lose weight and become a mom. Amy welcomed 2 sons with her husband, Michael Halterman, but their marriage ended in divorce. It is believed that Michael wasn't stepping up to his responsibilities as a dad. Amy got engaged to Brian Scott Lawhorn in 1,000-Pound Sisters Season 7, and recently introduced their new baby, a pet snake. Amy had fans wondering if she'd lost custody of Glenn and Gage after she put their lives in danger at the zoo. Amy recently shared a happy update about her life as a mom on Instagram. Amy wrote, "Hope the rain clear up soon," in her caption. She added that she was going to play tennis with her boys. She posted a picture of a Head Instinct 21-inch tennis racket, which she'd purchased. A sticker on the racket mentioned that it was meant for kids between the ages of 4 and 6. Amy's followers praised her for choosing tennis as her form of exercise with her sons. At Samuel_Gatlin wrote, "Continue being a good mom, seek help when you need it." What Amy sharing positive news about kids means for her future. Amy fights back against doubts about her parenting. In September 2024, Amy and her boyfriend, Brian, were briefly taken into custody on charges related to alleged illegal drug possession and child endangerment. During Amy's detainment, her sister, Amanda Halterman, took temporary custody of her two sons. The incident led to widespread speculation that Amy might permanently lose custody of her children. However, in May 2025, Amy clarified that she had not lost custody of 4-year-old Gage and 2-year-old Glenn, and that both boys had since been returned to her care. Amy celebrated Mother's Day with her boys by taking them out for their favorite ham and cheese breakfast. The sweet moment touched fans' hearts, but concerns lingered about Brian's past and why Amy trusted him so quickly around her children. After all, she got engaged just 5 months after meeting him. Family didn't support the rushed decision either. Despite the criticism, Amy is proving doubters wrong about her parenting. Recent tennis post highlights her efforts to raise her sons well, introducing them to exercise and healthy habits from a young age. Take on Amy slamming critics who mock her parenting choices. Amy's choices are fueled by love for her sons. Amy may have made some questionable choices in the past, but she's actively working to make things right. Her love for her children is what initially inspired her weight loss journey, and she's determined not to let those efforts go to waste. She is an adult capable of making her own decisions, even as her family continues to offer guidance. While her storyline on 1,000 Pound Sisters focuses on her marriage, her goal is to provide a stable father figure for her sons. Amy is asking fans to trust that this time, she's committed to doing things right.